Folks, we are about to witness something very, very special in the world of competitive Scrabble. A best of 15 match between the greatest player ever, Nigel Richards, and the reigning world Scrabble champion, Adam Logan. This first ever edition of the WESPA Word Wars Match Play series is going to be must watch for any Scrabble fan. And in this video, I will provide you with an extended preview of this incredible match to hopefully get you as hyped as I am. Let's start with Nigel, who we most recently saw competing at the landmark Causeway Challenge event a few weeks back, coming in 6th place and losing his world #1 ranking to tournament champion David Eldar. Nigel's tournament hopes were devastated by a stunning 5-game losing streak on day 2, dropping him to a record of 9-8 and a low point of 34th place in the standings. Only a 6-game winning streak to close the tournament got Nigel back into the top 10. Given Nigel's consistent track record of success, it's fair to wonder, has he lost a step? Are we finally seeing the beginning of the GOAT's decline? Well, thanks to the amazing live event coverage page at woogles.io and the fleet of annotators on site, thanks to organizer Michael Tang, we not only have over half of Nigel's Causeway Challenge games available to analyze, but also a trove of games from all of the event's top finishers to compare him to. Using the cutting-edge Macondo Scrabble engine, we can see how accurately each player performed according to the computer engine's suggestions using a metric known as mistake index. Sticking to the players with a minimum of 10 annotated games, which includes all of the event's top 10 finishers and most of the top 20, we can see that not only has Nigel not lost a step, he is playing at a significantly higher level than anyone else. He's the only player with a mistake index under 1.0, and the gap between Nigel and the next closest player, David Eldar, is roughly the same as the gap between David and the 12th best player on the list, Andrew Fisher. Nigel is one of only 2 players to not miss a single bingo in any of his annotated games at Causeway, which not only includes obscure 8-letter bingos such as Vamplate, but also next-level difficult finds such as Areophyid. Actually, though, when I went through Nigel's games, I was even more impressed by the turns where he correctly passed up playable bingos, such as this one against Indian phenom Madhav Kamath. Here, he has Ratlins available for 66 as his only playable bingo, but he instead plays Trank for just 28. A stunning 38-point sacrifice. The computer engine fully agrees with this decision, reasoning that Madhav is quite likely to have at least one of the 2 unseen blank tiles, which could allow him to triple-triple through the R of Ratlins, while the vowel-heavy unseen pool will combine nicely with Nigel's LST leave to give him solid chances. Similarly, in the 3rd game of his 5-game losing streak, Singaporean Grandmaster To Wei Bin has opened up with a barrage of 4 bingos in his first 5 turns, putting Nigel down over 100. He has 1 playable bingo here, Snowshoe for 80 points, which he surely sees. However, after Wei Bin's likely responses playing into the S of Muggins, Nigel will still be down big on a rapidly closing board. So he instead plays News for only 24 points, also the computer engine's top choice. With the powerful SH blank combination in reserve, Nigel will have not 1 but 2 potential lanes to hit a triple-triple on his next move, which will bring him right back into this game. It's a brilliant choice that few would have the discipline to make, but he draws the Q, foiling his plan, and Wei Bin hammers the J for 57 to put the game out of reach. It was just that kind of tournament for Nigel. While the gap between Nigel and his closest competitors is huge, it's even crazier when we focus on just the endgame. In his 20 annotated games, Nigel did not make a single endgame mistake, losing a grand total of 0 points. Shout out to Akshay Bandarkar for not only being the only other player to score 100% in bingo success rate, but also being the second best endgame performer with an average of just under 2 points lost per endgame move. But again, there is nobody even close to Nigel's level of precision. Therefore, we can conclude that despite his 6th place finish, Nigel has not lost a step whatsoever, but he will face a stern test in reigning world champion Adam Logan, who defeated Nigel 4-2 in the absolutely riveting 2025 championship finals, and who has continued to put forth a sterling year of Scrabble. Earlier this year, Adam scored a victory in the extremely difficult Game of Tiles event, dispatching many of the very best grandmasters North America has to offer. In the finals match of that event against fellow grandmaster Josh Castellano, Adam showcased dazzling sequences such as his extremely low probability bingo here of Fulgural, and after Josh's counter bingo, rather than the more standard options such as Nitrox for 58, Adam instead makes the gorgeous setup play of Liney for 23, setting up Onyx plays to the triple. With no way to block effectively, Josh makes his own setup elsewhere, but Adam instantly hammers the spot with Pox for 88 to put the game out of reach. While Adam did not attend the Causeway Challenge this year, he did travel overseas to take part in the Australian National Championship, where he emerged victorious in a field that included David Eldar. I was curious to see where Adam might have stacked up in the mistake index metric that we measured for Causeway, and using his annotated games from Game of Tiles, we can see that he comes in almost exactly at the same level as David Eldar. This makes sense, as these two legends really are the best candidates for the title of best player in the world after Nigel, and each of them have very convincing cases. So, with both players at the top of their game, what should we be looking for in this match? Well, first of all, it's best of 15, making stamina a big factor. Nigel remains in excellent physical condition and is famously resistant to the effects of fatigue and pressure, so it'll be up to Adam to pace himself and ensure that if the match goes the distance, he'll still be able to play his best. Next, with two players this good, expect inference to be a critical element of the match. Each non-bingo play by either player will give the other valuable information about what tiles are left over, allowing both of them to make adjustments ranging from subtle to huge.
That does set up the huge back GIFT hook. 3 unseen T's. Nigel has none of them. Was this a soul read, a calculated gamble, or something else completely?
Finally, major blunders are unlikely to occur, so expect the match to hinge on tiny nuances between candidate plays, and if any big blunders do happen, their impact could be magnified. I will have the tremendous privilege of commentating this match alongside my friend Josh Sokol, and I will put all the relevant information on where you can watch and when in the video description and comments. And if that isn't enough to get you hyped, the 28-game main event will start the day after the match concludes, featuring not only Nigel and Adam, but an absolutely crazy lineup of elite players, including me. I'll have a shot at earning my 3rd Grandmaster norm, but it'll be one of the toughest tournaments I've ever played, so I will really need to bring my A game. Wish me luck, and as always, thank you so much for watching.